Do not say this to someone with ADHD. What's up, ADHD fam? Welcome back to my channel for some real talk with Coach Ryan today. So with the holidays just around the corner, I know it's normally about spreading love and cheer, but sometimes even with the best intentions, our loved ones do the opposite of that. They accidentally say things that might really trigger our ADHD brains. And don't worry if this doesn't sit well with you, because I have put together 5 tips for things to not say to people with ADHD during the holiday season. Number 1, you never help. So like many of us with ADHD, I seem to only be able to recall the negative things that my partner has said to me during the holidays. The reason why this one is number 1 is because it's most recent in my memory. That was a quote that Andrea had said to me after a recent family gathering where we had left 2 hours after our intended departure time, and not surprisingly, I was completely oblivious to it. Now granted, I think that several members of my family probably have undiagnosed ADHD, so that also leads into it a little bit, but ouch. Each one of these comments, they cut deeper and deeper, because for many of us with ADHD, we are not doing these things intentionally. For those loved ones in our lives, they don't realize that. And because it happens repeatedly, they think that it's something that we're doing on purpose because we don't care. RSD, rejection sensitive dysphoria, plays a huge role here. The way I like to describe it for ADHD brains is that we bruise easily. So anytime when someone makes a comment that we may even perceive as judgment or disapproval, we take that very personally as an attack on our character. The way that we as ADHDers can help is we can ask our partners or our families to prompt us by asking proactively what they need from us or what we can do to help, because we do want to actually help. Number 2, what's your schedule look like? So another way to say this is, when are you available? My family will ask me this all the time. I literally have no clue unless I ask Andrea or look into my Google Calendar, which for anyone watching this with ADHD, you know that it is so hard. It's so hard, even though we know how to do it, we know how to open our calendars. There's just something about our time management has been so poor our entire lives that even if we do read it from the calendar, totally afraid that we're gonna get it wrong anyways. So what I normally do is I just ask my family to check with Andrea, because her neurotypical brain holds the schedule much easier. Number 3, what do you want for Christmas? All I want for Christmas is, wait, I don't remember. It's like I'm racking my brain and I'm thinking to myself, I know that there are items that I've said I've wanted. Why can't I remember them? Again, this challenge in working memory can make us embarrassed and ashamed because we feel like we should know what we want. We should know what's on our list. And as I always tell my clients, should comes from shame. Number 4, are you ready yet? Time blindness is so real. Are you ready yet is a question I've probably been asked approximately 4,282 times throughout my life, and the answer is almost always no. Why is that? Our working memory doesn't work. So it's not that I don't know how long it takes for me to get ready, or how long it takes to get to the venue, or that we want to get there early. I just can't put those all together in one place in my mind. So what normally ends up happening is when it's about 10 minutes after I should have started, I have this freak out moment where I'm like, wait, I was supposed to be getting ready. And then I go and I hustle and I'm feeling urgent and rushed the entire time. And trust me, there's a lot of guilt that I carry with myself because of the fact that, for example, in our house, we have 3 kids under the age of 6. My wife is able to get herself, including makeup, dress, and all things that women do to get ready, and get all 3 kids ready before I'm able to get myself ready. And every time we're hosting, I feel like the guests are walking in and I've gotten out of the shower and I'm still getting changed. Please don't ask anyone, are you ready yet? If they have ADHD, because trust me, they are trying to get ready. And number 5, oh, look who decided to show up. I feel like this is the stereotypical comment from like a sarcastic uncle or a cousin. If you're saying this to someone who has ADHD, even though it may be meant just kind of a lighthearted comment, this kind of comment can really trigger someone with ADHD. Again, we have this symptom known as RSD, rejection sensitive dysphoria, which means that anything that can be perceived as potentially negative or judgmental towards us gets amplified. So when someone might say to us, oh, look who decided to arrive, we might hear that as, you're never able to manage your time correctly. You are always late. You don't value your time with us because you can't get here when you're supposed to. And for those of you who might be married, this can also be misconstrued as, oh, you must love your other side of the family, your significant other's family, way more than us because you didn't get here on time. So a simple shift for this one to make it much more positive is, instead of saying, look who decided to show up, instead you can just say, it is so great to see you. I'm glad you're here. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful to get these tips on ADHD, please consider sharing it with someone and subscribe if you haven't already. You can tap that little jingle bell so that you can get alerts anytime I post a new video, because we're all in this together. Let's spread ADHD awareness, kindness, and happiness this holiday season. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're not alone. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You are just wired a little bit differently. Just know that I'm in your corner, I believe in you, and if you haven't heard it today, I love you. I'm wishing you and your family a really happy holiday, and remember, you have to do what you need to do to make this work for your ADHD.